Hey everybody, Stu Carter here from Untitled.com, and I'm super excited to show you, hot off the truck, the latest Ben 10 Ultimate Alien vehicle. It's the Plumber ship by Bandai. So stand by for a Ben 10 toy review. Right, so here's a good look at the package. So first off, I've got an issue. It says Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Vehicle. It says Plumber ship. Who's this guy? It's Max. Max, he's the star of Ben 10. This is his ship. This is his plumber ship. Max, the star of Ben 10. His name should be on here. I don't know why it's not. 6 modes. Good thing is you don't have to be 6 years old to play with it. You can be 4 and up. Huh? And here's the back of the box. And it gives you the 6 modes. Battle Max. Okay, it says Max here. Battle Max. Light speed mode. Water mode. Crawler mode. Charging mode. I'm not sure what that means. Are they going to plug it in to recharge the batteries? I don't know. Well, you ready to take it out of the box and get a look? Okay, let's get a good look at Max and his plumber ship. Well, here's a look as it comes out of the package, and you can see all the parts of the plumber ship. And they give you this nice background graphic. Look at that. There's like a picture of the moon and some dark clouds at night. That looks nice. I might try to pose the ship with this as a background. They also give you some highly detailed instructions. You might want to hang on to these because 6 modes, that's a lot to pay attention, that's a lot to figure out. Let's start putting it together. Well, first let's concentrate on the most important aspect of this toy, which is of course the Max figure itself. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first appearance of a Max figure in the US. In the UK they had a Max figure. It didn't look like this one. They had one in the UK in Great Britain last year. It's a nice figure. You see he stands up well by himself. No articulation in the knees, but he will bend at the hips and at the elbows. It's nice. And there's like a little grip on his wrist, and then he'll bend at the shoulders, and he can turn his head and check you out. He's got that plumber spacesuit on, and he's got some kind of tactical belt and some holsters on his hips. I don't know if there's no weapon that comes with him. Let's get a good close look at this handsome fellow. Yes, of course, Max is a rugged, handsome fellow, a man of experience. And you count on a guy like that when the going gets tough, to help, give you background data, get you out of a jam. Sometimes you need a cool, calm, collected head when things are going down wrong, and that's why Max is around. He is a guiding figure, an important guy, the star of Ben 10, no doubt about it. And here's Max with little Ben and bigger Ben and Kevin all together. And I brought back the RV vehicle from Hong Kong last month, and I'm going to try to see if Max will fit in that. I think he's in about the same scale. So that's going to be kind of fun. Boy, the gang's all here. All I need is my Gwen. I don't have a Gwen figure. It's too bad. Okay, on to the plumber ship. First, this is called charging mode. We've got the pods attached to the side of the body, and we do have a missile launcher in the front. The missile doesn't have a spring, but it's activated by just pushing the missile from behind like that. And otherwise, I do not know if charging mode means that you're supposed to plug it in and recharge batteries, or perhaps it's used like a remote piloted vehicle to go check something out. But this is called the charging mode. Right, next we've got water mode. These pontoons are attached to extenders which attach to the bottom of the main fuselage to make a flotation device. And snapping these parts together is a little bit tricky. Take your time, you'll figure it out, but don't be surprised if you don't get it right the first time. But just be patient whenever you're making something like this. And this is, again, the water mode, so that the plumber ship can go across water, no doubt at very high speed, and with its main armament of the missile. Yeah, that's water mode. Right, so then you come up out of the water and you can switch to crawler mode. Here, obviously, it's designed to go over very rough terrain. You put the pontoons and split them and attach them to the sides of the main fuselage, and that's crawler mode. Very interesting configuration. Next, when you want to take off in the air, you can configure it as flight mode, and there's little wheels here, so this will roll. And what's fun about this is you pop open the hatch to the cockpit, and you can flip up some controls, and Max will slide into the cockpit, and he gets to sit outside, you know, with his head out and fly the ship. So that's pretty fun. And that's flight mode. Yeah, it looks like it. I think Ben enjoys this one because Max. I mean, Max is gonna like flying this thing around like that. Yeah, and the wind in his hair. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And when you want to go really fast, you can configure it in light speed mode. You put the pods to the side and add these thrusters, and Max is really going now. And I gotta hand it to Bandai. They're pretty genius. How they figure out all the ways that you can reattach these pods and the struts to make 6 different modes. Somebody spent a lot of time thinking about that. I can tell you that. This looks pretty fun for Max, but he really ought to wear a helmet and release some goggles. Like, what's going to happen if Max runs into some interstellar flies? You know, while he's going at light speed, he's going to get bugs in his mouth and stuff. So, get a helmet, Max. And finally, we've got Battle Max mode. Max uses the pods and configures them like shields, stands on top of the Plumber ship, and goes into action. That's Battle Max. Great. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my look at Max's Plumber ship. And you ought to think about subscribing because we've got a whole bunch more toys to review and look at. I haven't even finished with my Hong Kong toy reports yet. And we've got New York Toy Fair coming up in February. And you're not going to miss a bit of that. We'll be at Bandai looking at the Ben 10 toys and a whole bunch of other stuff. So until then, have a good day.